Good morning. We're going to talk a little bit this morning about house prices. In particular, what is the right price for a house? If you are a buyer and you see a house listed for $500,000, you need to know, is that too high? Will I spend too much money if I pay that? Is it too low? If you're selling your house, you also need to know what is the right place to price the house. Now, if you ask a realtor will give you a price or a range of prices based on the market. We're going to say it's not up here, it's not here. There's a little range here and there. The reason it's a little range is we don't know exactly what your house will sell for. The true value of the house is what someone is prepared to pay for it, and we won't know that until the day of the sale. So, how does this work then? It works by comparison and analysis. Consider all the houses on the street in a nice residential neighborhood. Now, if all the recent sales have been between, let's say, 400 and 450, and all the houses are similar, and the house you're interested in comes up for sale between 400 and 450, it's reasonable to think maybe that's priced in the right range. Most people can make that kind of comparison. However, what a realtor does is even better than that. It is always better to ask a professional about pricing. For two reasons: we are better informed and less emotionally attached. And secondly, we do a much more detailed analysis than the one I just described. Our detail, our comparative market analysis, we will look at the features of the house. Even two houses built at the same time, side by side, may have different features, or the owners may have added features, taken features away. We look at the condition of the house. As you know, some people look after them more than others. Is the deck wearing out? Does the roof need replacement? Or has everything on this house been upgraded to a crazy high level, which is going to raise the price higher than its neighbors? We look at the location. Even though we are comparing similar houses, your house might have a view of the water. Your neighbor's house, just by being that much further away, maybe cannot see the water. That's a significant difference. We look at the size, and this sometimes surprises people, but if you walk down a residential street where all the houses were built in the same time period, some of them may be twice as big in terms of square footage than others. And then, of course, in this very hot market, we look at inflation. So if one of your comparisons is a house that sold for 400 a year ago, that number is no longer the right comparison number. It might be 500 today. Taking all this into account, we find a price range, and we will say, okay, somewhere in here is where we expect to sell your house. Now, if you put your house on the market too high, it's going to have a bad consequence. People will see it online, they will say, nice house, but you know, there's other houses that look just as nice at lower prices. We're not going to look at that one. If you put it right in the sweet spot, then people will look at your house and they will say, nice house, seems to be fairly priced. I think we want to go see that one. You should anticipate a good amount of interest, and when people see it, they're not disappointed. Now, in a normal market, if you price your house too low, that's a very big risk, because someone is likely to come in and say, oh, that's a deal, and they buy it too low, and you lose money. Strange thing is, in Nova Scotia in the last year or two, it has become a strategy to price a house too low on the market. Meaning, a $500,000 house might be priced at $420,000. The reason that people do that is because the buyers who are competing with each other are looking. They see this house and they say, wow, this just came on the market. Looks like a great deal. This strategy generates a lot of interest, you'll get a lot of viewings very fast and perhaps a lot of offers. And when people view it, they will see, oh, this is underpriced, there's a lot of other people looking at it, we'd better bid high. So, this is one of the reasons why you see in this market a lot of sales, a large amount over asking. In many cases, those houses were priced too low, strategically, or maybe accidentally. If you would like to know more, or if you want a comparative market analysis for your home, give me a call, send me an email, I'd love to.